and welcome to this wonderful Friday afternoon here in Eastern Standard Time for a short and spicy office hour because I would like to invite everybody to the rightclickprompt.com beta. Okay, so I'm just going to type it in here one time. RCPBB. Go over here and sign up. What is right click prompt? Well, that's what I've been working on and vibe coding over the Christmas and New Year's holidays. I'm going to show you in a moment what it is. But how's everybody doing? Just wait up a little bit until everybody arrives. Where is everybody calling in from or joining from? And yeah, right click prompt is essentially my first startup that I vibe coded. It's an AI prompt manager that lives inside of your browser. And it was already out for over a year on just as an extension on the Chrome Web Store. It's got 4.9 rating, over 2,000 users. New York, there you go. Hello, I was just there. And people love it because it saves them a lot of time. Just right now, I just launched it to some people that were on the wait list. Just today, we already saved over 60 hours. And my goal is to save 1 billion hours of human productivity with right click prompt. People love it. It probably saved me a couple days by now already. Just pure time that I wasn't typing and I wasn't speaking because sometimes, it is true that we can speak faster than we can type, which is why I like to speak to my AI. But we can copy paste, especially large specific prompts, much faster than we can speak them, and we don't have to remember them, obviously. So that's why this tool is really, really helpful. In case you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm in the full vibe code mode here with right click prompt and cloud code. So I've been here having all kinds of skills that I'm running. By the way, I think that this year, learning how to do anything with Cloud Code, because Cloud Code is not just for coding, it's going to be one of the most important skills that you can have. All right. And I published this one article. I'm going to show you in a moment. I published this one article about the AI operator system inside of Cloud Code uh, 2 weeks ago now, or maybe 1 week, I forgot. But it's somewhere up high on the newsletter. And I can only recommend it to you to just even get into Claude Code because the name is actually confusing. It's again, Claude Code is not just for coding. You can do anything with it. You can research a book. You can run tasks autonomously. You can even have it engage for you on social media now with the Chrome extension and everything. All right, but let's just go over really quickly what right-click prompt is. And again, I would love for you guys to join the beta on the rightclickprompt.com. So here you see currently there's a version in the web store that you can download. I'm waiting for the approval of another new version that will be slightly better. In case you're wondering what I've been doing here, this is the change log. Okay, so this is just I launched this thing. The beta officially, when was it? Yesterday or on the 7th? Was it on the 7th? Let me double check. I think it was on the 7th. And then you can see here, there's already some problems. Like people had problems signing in and using the import and export buttons and all that type of jazz. And then all these things that you see me point out here, this is what Claude Code wrote after our vibe coding sessions to fix it. But here's the crazy part, okay? Just so you know how powerful this is. So I built this thing, vibe coded it. I obviously have no background in SaaS. And then I implemented this feedback button, right? And in the morning when I wake up and this thing was deployed by Google, I realized I got some emails from people with feedback, and I realized, hold on a second, I don't know how to read this. So I went into Cloud Code and I stated my problem, and together we figured out that it will be best to probably give my account on right click prompt specific privileges and admin rights. So I have an admin dashboard with a feedback dashboard. So what I essentially built here, let me just show you, is this, which is a dashboard with some analytics. You can see it kind of just started yesterday, and then today it's a little more. We only have about 156 users right now, but it built this whole analytics board. And then here's the feedback button, and this is the crazy part. So this is essentially, like here I did a test. You click on this ticket, and then it pops up and it shows the screenshot that the user has taken and sent with it. And then up here, I can reply to it. And then here it shows that it was already replied and reviewed. So essentially, it took me like 10 minutes to build this with a Claude Code. And this is basically like my version of Zendesk, right? So without having to have a Zendesk account. And here you can see all kinds of other replies to other people. I mean, this is just insane to me that you come across a problem and then you just have a conversation with your AI coding assistant, and then you realize that 5 minutes later you have a solution that's halfway decent. Okay, now I don't know how long I can keep it up in this way, but granted, RCP, short for right click prompt, is a relatively simple solution, but I think it's powerful. By the way, I mean, you could say Notion is a simple solution, right? Or Obsidian. And I'm trying to model slightly after that, but specifically for AI prompt management and access in the browser, and now also for sharing. Okay, so there's a bunch of things that you'll see if you stick around, not just today, but if you subscribe to my newsletter, because I will be starting to share the I know the finger stick is awesome, right? I bought it specifically for life. Also in Substack Orange. Whoops! When I hold it like this, it could look like something wrong. Uh, where was I? Oh yeah, so I'll be sharing my prompts, some of them, via right-click prompt because I think it's the most user-friendly way to share it. And I'll show you just a brief preview of how that would look like. So if we go to right-click prompt, let me just go to the dashboard here. This format is so weird. I wish they would have this wide angle format that would make things much easier. So you don't have to read everything that's here, but I just kind of want to. Let me turn off the light here. Wait, that's the wrong light. Let me turn off this light. So just stick with me here, all right? Because this is obviously very small, but I'm trying to fit it in. So this is right-click prompt. And then when we go here, there's a help button that will actually highlight things. So first of all, you can import all prompts here if you were on version 1. This area here, okay, this is where you have your entire prompt vault, okay? Those are folders. And then if you click on the folder, we'll see in a moment here, let's say there's a meta prompt folder or there is like an image generation folder. Okay, you can see the prompts. Once you click on them, you see here that there's a edit bar. You can have this panel and edit the prompt. Once you edit it, you can save it, and then there's a version history, so you can revert back if you want. But here's the cool thing about sharing, okay? So here's a prompt, for example, at the bottom that is a nano banana image headshot prompt, right? And I already shared this. That's why there's this little red icon. So this thing pops up, and anybody can do this, by the way. You can share this and give it a title, and then you generate this thing. And whenever you share this with people, this is what they'll see. And they don't even need to be signed in. This is the share menu. And then they can just click this button here and copy it into their clipboard and use it from there. You don't need to sign up. You can basically do this without any commitment. And you can also, specifically, this is optimized to work well on mobile, because imagine you're reading some sort of like a cool article and somebody shares a prompt. How difficult is it just to select the text of the prompt instead of just having to push this button with your big fat thumb or this tiny little orange index finger? By the way, I see I edited this prompt for testing, so disregard that. But I'll share this later in the note on Substack, so just follow me there. And that's that, So this is the sharing function. I think it's going to be super interesting because there's also going to be a profile for the creator. then they can obviously add a tag to it and a website, a short one sentence bio. And you can also decide if this is a public prompt or for specifically for teams, for work. You can have um, limited access with specific emails or domains only. Okay. So that's that. Let me go back here. So this is pretty much what I've been spending on my time on. But well, actually, it's not that yet. I just wanted to show you one more thing because what's the whole point of right click prompt? When you actually go into this area here again, so this is where your prompts live. You manage them here, and then when you like a folder, for example, you pull it over here, like this writing folder. This is the writing folder. I pulled it, and it's living here. And then now I have it living in my sidebar. Let me just sign in real quick. Boop. And so imagine I'm now working in ChatGPT or Claude, okay? And you don't have to have this sidebar open, by the way, in order to make it work, but I'm just going to show you. The cool thing is right click, okay? You use the right click on your mouse, and there is where you find the menu that is exactly the mirror of this menu. And then once you go in here, you see all your prompts inside of those folders, right? And then you can access them. So for example, CTA for a subscription button in my newsletter, or if I want to analyze a real estate investment, this is the prompt, right? All I have to just add is, let's just click that. It pops up here. All I have to do in this case, I just put in the property address here, right? But it's essentially just a text snippet that goes in wherever you want to paste it. And that's why it's called right click prompt. It's simple. It is cloud synced and has a bunch of other fun features that I don't want to talk about too much now because it's going to be too long. But we have a Discord server and it's been super fun. So, with all of that being said, I would love for you guys to sign up and try it out. I know this video is probably not the best way to talk about it because it's the wrong format, and I will do a Loom somewhere. And also, if you just go to right click prompt, let me just put it .com, then there is a video that describes the functions a little bit better. A bunch of them have improved already from that video on. And I can just not wait for you guys to start building something because this thing is so powerful. Alex Hormozy says that the power is defined by the time it takes to get an idea out of your head and into reality. And this, I mean, it's virtual reality, but it's still reality. It's a working product. It's just insane. So, with that being said, that was just a little update. I don't see that there are any questions, guys. There's one. Oh, okay. So, Mark's asked a question. Is there more prompts? Yes, the whole point is for you to create your own prompt library. Maybe you find a prompt somewhere online, you can create a folder and multiple prompts inside of that folder. You can sort it, you can edit it. That's the whole idea. Now, the sharing feature is new, and this is specifically, I would love this to be the standard way of sharing prompt across anywhere. Okay, so I want the people that use right click prompt to go out and say, hey, can you use RCP? Because then all you need to share is this little link that is generated instead of this whole prompt inside of a newsletter, for example, in text form, and then you don't have to select it and copy and paste it and save it somewhere. So that's the idea. The sharing feature works that way. It's kind of like it lives inside of your dashboard and you subscribe to it. You can copy it to your own prompts and then edit it down the line. But that's the basic idea on how that works. And on the back end, if this thing works out and people like it, I would like to create almost like an Instagram of prompts where you can follow your favorite creators and prompt engineers and whatsoever. And just have fun with it. That's pretty much it. So hope that was useful. And I'm just excited because my my Claude Code token usage has been just reset, so I can go at it again. This thing is just amazing, and like I said, I think a week ago or so, or a few days ago, that this year it's going to be more about doing, less about talking. So I'm very excited to have stumbled upon Claude Code. Hectif here on Substack actually has forced me to kind of get into it while I was kind of hesitant at first, but I'm super excited. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day and a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.